Okay, it's recording now. All right. Hello, my name is Patrick Bighem, and today I have Teresa and Miss Patricia Bighem, and we're going to talk about the structure of actually peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. How it's no longer how people take in consideration they just want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but there's actually a process to the whole the whole act. First thing I'll go ahead and talk about is the relevance of it. My justification. I grew up on peanut butter and jelly. You know that. Oli used to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for me all the time, and she understood the process. She had to ask me multiple questions about what kind of bread I like, the peanut butter I like, the jelly I like, and then it all comes down to the actual presentation. So we're gonna cover those subjects, and I won't cover them all because again, there's a lot of things out there that I don't know about yet, but I'll talk about the things that I have experience with. So first thing we're going to talk about is the type of bread. All right. Depending on the type of bread, the kind of sandwich that you want, you can get regular wheat bread, white bread, or even honey oat bread, which we have examples of. Here's what your whole wheat bread looks like. Sorry, your whole wheat bread looks like, and this has just got a more of a wheaty taste to it. I wouldn't say the white bread has just a little bit more cleaner. It's less. It's more filtered. You don't have the natural taste of the bread like wheat does. Wheat is the most natural you can get, and then you have your honey wheat bread, which has got a little bit of flavoring added to it. I like that kind. I even like butter on there sometimes. And then also you got to think about if you want smooth bread or if you want to get it toasted. Toasting is it's all a preference. And we also use the George Foreman grill sometimes to make peanut butter and jelly pananis. So for those that haven't done that before, there's an opportunity for you right there.
Textured bread.
Yes, absolutely, and it gives a nice little presentation. But we'll get to that. Okay. So then you want to think about the peanut butter. So peanut butter is also one of the most important things that you want to talk about, or you want to consider. Depending on the type of sandwich that you want. For me, it is soft bread. I like smooth peanut butter. If I have toasted bread, then I like crunchy peanut butter. I like to stick with the consistency. I don't like having smooth bread with crunchy peanut butter. You take that into consideration. Also, there are alternatives for people with nut allergies. There's wild butter, and it's basically a nut-free peanut butter. Yeah, it's a nut-free butter that gives you the same experience of having a peanut butter and jelly sandwich without the nuts. All right, so that's something you can take into consideration whenever giving a snack to the kids to take to school, or whenever they take food to school. Jelly. Jelly is the next subject. Jelly is you have three different types. You have jelly. I'm sorry, spread. Spread is the next subject. You have jelly, which is more of a gelled. You get a little bit of clumps here and there whenever you bite into your sandwich. And then you have your jam, which spreads evenly across the bread, and that gives you a more consistent bite every single time. Just get the same amount every single time.
More with the fruit flavor too.
Absolutely, depending on the fruit flavor as well.
Oh, right.
And then you have preservatives,
yes,
which actually has the fruit wrapped up in it and spun up. Every time you bite into it, you get a little bit of a clump of a strawberry or whatever type of fruit, depending on what kind of sandwich you want.
Right.
So that's a consideration to take in. And then it all comes down to the actual presentation. Again, that bounces back to the movement of the crust, or cutting it into 4 quarters, or even putting a garnish on the side. Do you like your peanut butter jelly sandwich with chips and milk? Do you like it with Kool-Aid? It all depends on the house that you grew up in. So making a peanut butter jelly sandwich is not just a quick process. It becomes a quick process because you already know what you want by the time you get further on in life. But at the beginning, you have to take in consideration what type of bread you want, what type of peanut butter you want, what type of jelly you want, and then are you presenting it to somebody, or are you eating it yourself? Right. I don't think we care so much when we're eating it by ourselves, but when we're presenting it to somebody, how do you present it to make it more receptive to that individual?
Yes.
All right. That actually concludes my subject, my speech about peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
What kind of peanut butter are you going to use today?
I'm going to use creamy peanut butter.
Ah, Jif.
All right, Jif.
Creamy
Jif
peanut butter.
Peter Pan is also another great consistency one. They have honey. I love that one too.
Oh.
And then I like to use grape. This is jelly. I like to use grape jam. Jam is the more preferred for me because it actually gives an even spread.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes.
All right, ladies. I want to thank you for your time and I appreciate you.
You get a sandwich?
Yes, absolutely. I'll make you a sandwich.